Hi guys, I'm back. I don't know about them there Resident Evil demo. Like, I'm sure that game will be high quality, but this, like having the demo kick you out just leaves like a bad feel. You know, it's like, mm. Especially since like there's only like 2 or 3 monsters to fight the whole time, so it's like there's no danger of dying. So they're like, oh, we gotta put a time limit on it. That's what I think. Oh well. Yeah, let's get a couple hours of disco in there, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Not gonna do a full length stream today, cause honestly, it's, 6 days in a row and blah. But we'll get some disco in there. All right. Let's thank the peepo again, like Watts for subbing for 4. Thanks, Watts. That guy kicked in $5. Hey, Pat, just catching up on your VODs, and the page goes precedence. And not believing in space bit is one of the funniest Twitch moments I've ever watched. Bless her. Does that mean that the Star Trek episode The Savage Curtain is Paige's worst nightmare? Probably. She doesn't like space. Zangief, hello. Hey. Hey, sweet. Oh, he's sleepy. Geefy. I'm noticing lately Zangief tends to sleep during my streaming hours, which leaves Elmo to run around. Such as right now. Hello, Elmo. Hi, kitty. Doc, who gifted a sub, thanks, man. Steb the V kicked in 6 months. Boy, the next few weeks is packed. First, we got the Near Replicant, then Returnal, then RE Village. My wallet is dying. Ah, it's good to have too much choice. Hey, kitty. Hello. Oh, the baby. Come here, babies. Oh, come here. Uh-oh, it's the baby. Oh, hello. Fat Burt Reynolds kicked in 6 months. Says, whoop, whoop. What up, Pat? What up? I got this baby. I got the baby. He is old, but he is still immaculately preserved because he's sweet. Got nice feet. Hugging the baby. I love you, kitty. Mwah. Who a baby grandpa? Who's a baby grandpa? Who baby grandpa? Mwah. Okay. Half Awake sub for 2 years and Drelio Wolf sub, thank you. Oh, sorry, buddy. I gotta do. Oh, he's just so cute. Ooh. I love him. Bye bye. Carnal sub for 2. Yeah, do it, CapCod forever. Also stream anniversary hype. Oh yeah, good for me. Amused Platypus sub for 13. This game looks pretty good. Happy 13th, Elmo. Blackbird sub for 33. Thank you. Idzaman sub for 4 years. Says 4 years already. Thanks to entertainment so long, Patster. Thank you. What if I grab this cat and went brr, 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 brr. Dino sub for 22. You got me into Disco Elysium, and my first playthrough ended in 2 minutes after I got a heart attack and died after reaching for a tie and a ceiling fan. Am I winning, Dad? Yup. Vociferous Rex kicked in 10 months. Any plans to stream the Nier remaster? Yes. I never played the OG, so I'm excited. You should be. All right, and with that, let's start up Disco Elysium. Oh, Wooly started already. What point values did he pick? Six, 222. Well, 5322. That's pretty interesting. hold on. The baby. I love you, the baby. I love you, the baby. Oh. Hold on, I have to put in my Twitch code. And then that way, we can Twitch it up. Let's see, extensions, my extensions. I call my extension my penis. Hello. Hello, everyone. Alright. Let's load a game. That's right, the Whirling in Rags. So, I accidentally created a character with 10 perception, which means I'm actually going to switch around some of my gear right now. Because I think I have things that give me perception. Hold on. Half-Light, Inland Empire, Sweet a Call. Yeah. These pants. I don't know about these pants. Pants just love electrochemistry, don't they? Oh, that is just the best coat. The question is whether or not I want to pull off the Ledger of Failure and Hatred. The only thing I have for that is that it does give me more Inland Empire and, what's the second one? Empathy. But my authority is shit. And I don't need the ledger anymore. Let's see if... You know what? Let's keep that in mind. Inland Empire and Inland Empire and Empathy, because if I want to have... If I want to pass a check for these two, I can just put it on, but I'm more likely to fail a check. Is my perception too high? It might be. My perception is at 10. I'm going to stop bumping that for sure. Alright, so let's put the crowbar instead. So now I'll threaten people with the crowbar for some cans. You know what? Yeah. Let's get the yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, flashlight and cans. Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget the novel. Oh, did I? You mean 16 days in the coldest April?
You stare at the now familiar black and white rainbow. The book feels heavy in your hands.
Well, I have time, so let's start reading.
In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturn motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows.
Huh. It's April 17th today. How appropriate.
As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
But what happens next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Yes.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
And the woman?
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovyj fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one.
Jesus Christ.
The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
This is terrible.
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Fuck. Alright, I'm putting that away. That was awful. Let's go to bed.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Let's go to sleep. Dream sequence!
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Oh, limbic system. You're such a cad.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
I knew you guys were going to pick that. I'm an artist, and liver damage is my fucking art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like people.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
When they described the half-world, and what I learned about the Pale last time, something about this game is off in a really, really interesting way.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Fuck off, limbic system.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
I'm doing a great job, limbic system. You can go straight to hell. Oh, it takes multiple mouse clicks to get up. Yeah, I'm gonna put the crowbar in my other hand. I don't like the flashlight hitting everything.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
Fuck.
wall.
Time to go downstairs. Kim! Are those cops?
Yes?
Aren't we gonna talk about the cool boots I'm wearing?
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots. Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity, and timing. Now, I'm going to report you and you are going to go to jail.
These are not the same boots, Kim. I like them so much I went and bought myself a pair.
Sure. Anyway, did you want something? Related to police work?
I don't care about your insane theft, the lieutenant thinks, and looks away from the boots. Just know, if anyone asks me, I will snitch on you.
That's fair. Alright, who are you two?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Hold on, your patrol in the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
I know.
Here's the real deal.
Thanks, Kim. I'm on a murder investigation. You guys cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
It's cool to see another cop. I thought me and Kim were like the only ones.
No, you're not. You're not the only cop in the world. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What precinct you from?
What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
You're the police, right? Cool. Me too.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he also police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
Okay,
What are you guys doing?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are.
A police lady.
Yes, a policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Okay, goodbye.
You look like shit.
Oh, that's my partner. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
I don't look like shit.
Judith, back me up here.
You do look... It looks like it's been a tough week for him.
Now, what do you want?
Something strange about this guy.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? From another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
57th.
I think even in this fictional reality, the 57th
Fuck!
would still be my station.
My condolences. Go ahead. Have another guess.
The 41st?
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
I'm petting the cat. The cat distracted me.
Somewhere good.
Let's talk more about that hypothetical station 41 you mentioned. Oh, the hypothetical 4-1. Yes, let's fantasize about that. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around. What would our relationship be in this alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
I mean, you seem like a cool guy. I like you.
Would you now? Or would I be cramping your style? Never mind, partner.
Actually, you would probably cramp my style.
Oh god, I'd hate for that to happen. You know what might help prevent that though?
Me doing my fucking job and not pestering you anymore?
You doing your fucking job.
Do you have a crime to solve? Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
Who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung.
Who's the far-out son of Lung? Oh, it's just you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. You want to tell me more about him or her?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
I can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like a sack of shit?
Exactly.
He didn't answer your question.
Now, will you answer some questions for me, please?
No,
Well, why not?
because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things? Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Alright, so I'm doing this investigation. Turns out he was shot and hanged.
You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Hey, why am I telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Let's talk about that hang guy again.
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not
Oh,
wasting
okay.
time. You think he was hanged as a cover? Okay,
Never mind.
I don't know. Oh my god, there's...
All right, see you
Watch out
around.
for yourself, loser.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Wait, I recognize your voice.
Oh really? I wonder where.
I lost my badge recently. When I called in to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
Yeah, I got some memory. I got a memory thing.
You don't say. Goodbye then. The voice thing was a coincidence. Run along, asshole.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
I know, super weird.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was just thinking the same thing. I should ask him. Oh, no. I should ask him for from the same station.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Look, I gotta ask. Are we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
All right. I'll see you around. I'll be 1 second. Yeah, so what? I'm holding a thing of plastic bottles.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy Leo told me a lot about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
Said you were in debt to Mr. Clare.
I represent the Union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
Yeah. Maybe we'll talk later. All right. Now, before I... Let's think. Let's go talk to the guy making the borsch in the kitchen. So yeah, I still need to talk to Everett. Ooh, let's take a look at this.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
It's not time yet. Yeah, I gotta talk to Everett and I gotta go south.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Leo said you're friends with Manana, is that true?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
What is that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Yes.
Borscht need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Vodka Borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself!
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
No, no vodka. Cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. I have like fought the necktie at every possible opportunity. Necktie can go to hell. I can fight the necktie forever. They should let you put the necktie back on the ceiling fan. That's really funny. Yes, I'm trying to play sober. If you guys aren't aware, I am desperately trying to play sober.
The tear machine your bottles clunk.
I want to beat the entire game without taking any booze or alcohol. Well, I mean, allergy drugs and whatnot are slightly different.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Alright, you go fuck yourself. How about that? No, I don't want to just take drugs. I wonder what's going on with Measurehead.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
I knocked you out like a god of martial arts, motherfucker.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered a little.
He means very little.
Alright, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. That dog is so asleep. I love that dog. He was hitting me with his burgers earlier. It was very disgusting. But also, I was like, ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? Like, dogs are all like, and you're like, no, you. But I love you.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If no reply, the knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your action.
All right. I did not get further than this, Geo Conman. I spoke to Everett for one single line of dialogue ever, and died. And then I interviewed the woman on top of the building, and that's it. I never went south to the waterlock in my original game. Still lukewarm coffee, huh? Yeah, that's a union, man.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
You in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
That's my name. Harry Dubois. Wait a second. I'm a Dubois. Kind of. Harry Dubois? Yeah, maybe. A little bit.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
I'd rather stand, please.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I don't sit. It's my thing. I stand.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Sit down.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Remain serious, please.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners.
God
It
damn
pains
it.
me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Novelty check. It's huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Alright then. Keep it. I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I would certainly appreciate any help you could provide about my gun.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Oh no! No! No, 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 no. Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Don't panic. Guys, can you choose my composure, please? Composure is it's Motor Oryx, and for some reason I only have a 1. Oh my god.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down that chair like a jello shot.
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Good job, Kim.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Oh. I want to do this one. Oh, that's weird. It broke. Oh man, yeah, I'm fucking great. I'm gonna keep sliding.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Might as well heal up. This is literally 8:30 in the morning.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
You call me Mr. Dubois, why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name, huh?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory's fine, I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity.
Kim could totally
right
beat
now.
Everett. No problem.
Asking too many questions will make you look weak. You should maybe focus on the folder. Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Thanks, Drama. Where'd you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Let me get this straight. What's my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Oh, okay. I like it. I can work with that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
You know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way
I'm
from
a Jamrock
home, but
boy.
That's okay.
Do you know anything about my family? Like wife or kids or whatever? You know what? Let's just have another look at that folder.
Everard's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
He knows everything about me.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Harry, I just know the things that matter to our friendship, and I want you to feel free to ask me about those things.
What about my wife or kids or whatever?
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you
I
strike
don't.
yourself as a family man, Harry?
I don't.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
I'm sorry?
Yes. You seem to be, a lot of the time, but right now there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you.
Let's talk about some other shit.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
I understand. I am a terrifying death machine.
Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not a huge fan of his race thing. But the Union did not get where we are today by frowning on eccentricity. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Let's talk about my gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Yeah, he has your gun for sure. Gun might have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. You guys factor that in?
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now, please.
Oh, he has the
let
gun in his fucking
professionals do their
desk.
job. Kick back, Harry. Relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
This means if I do things for you, I can get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Told you guys love drugs.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
Absolutely not.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I'll talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
But
there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
What door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean, a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
All right, I'll look into it. We talk about the murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
No problem. Turns out the strikers were being served an alcoholic brew. I stopped that fucking madness.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew? Stronger? Stopped it? Strike? I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
Met Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals, huh?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun.
Oh my god, you son of a bitch.
I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
You made concessions for the company in previous negotiation. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Uh-huh. You sure? I find it a little odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Joyce said the union rep disappeared.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
That's interesting. Joyce didn't mention a casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Ever, Joyce seems to think the union's lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
Why haven't you let her in?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
This is weird. What's in the container outside?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
I mean, the special one. The Falsen crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Alright, we're gonna leave now. Might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great, thank you.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take...
Fuck off, Everett. I got a skill point. Probably put it into shivers. No, I didn't talk to him about the hanging. He won't talk to me about the hanging until I do a little favor for him.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
What? Okay, do I have anything that'll juice that? No. I do not have anything that'll juice it. I do have something that will minus it.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last
You
here.
guys juice
If
my
anything, it
rhetoric.
seems to have grown slightly.
I believe it's intelligence. Yeah, intellect. This is not gonna happen.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
I guess I have been feeling pretty critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Alright, if 50% art critic's what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Alright, I guess we're learning about art cop. Number 1, perception. Can't even look at this shit. I love it. I ended up getting art cop in my last playthrough, and I laughed so fucking hard at the fucking... It's -1, like, I think, reaction speed. And it's like hands shaking from just how shit it all is. It's the hardest I laughed at anything in the game. Genuinely think being a critic is the lowest form of job a person can have. Oh. I'm sorry, Sasquatch. Hey, manana.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Labor utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Doesn't matter, he was shot.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Everett says you have a key to a door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Belong to a weasel?
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I don't know what this means. I literally have no idea what that means. Racism? Oh, racism. I'm not opening the store for myself. I'm opening it for the working man.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about the weasel person when they'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting. Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
Yes.
Come on. He's just trying to keep the peace.
Shit. Oh shit. Wow. I'll let it go.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Alright, let's go check out the, First of all, let's put my hobo hat on. Let's go check out that door. I can't,
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky.
Composure, oh my god. Oh, wrong button. Talk to the working woman? Again? Why? She gets to do a dialogue today? Oh, interesting. No, let's check out the door I'm checking out first. I believe it's this.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press my ear against.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Let's carefully knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
Lieutenant, what's your opinion of this shit?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
So you don't mind if I unlock the door?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it.
Kim, I love you.
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Everard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Everett. Is that also an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
I want to know what's in the door! I want to know what's in it! I'm gonna do it.
Try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. Hopefully no one heard. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there.
Thanks, Toxin
A
Justin.
white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft. A whistle. Master Investigator. You just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It is my duty to, as a cop to investigate every single square inch of this world.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Jamrock Shuffle. Damn, I'll need to internalize that the next time I get. I'm going in, by the way. There's probably stuff I can steal in here. Like this magnesium. Suitcase full of clothes. Hidden world of walking sticks. Warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What the fuck is that?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Hey, Lieutenant, it's the old flag of the suzerain.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
I will not be bowing to this flag.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
I don't bow to flags. That shit's fucking stupid. The way Americans want to have sex with their flag is so
sits
weird.
On the shelf, each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Let's tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs.
This is where the mug came from.
With a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Me too! Hey! Is this where the yellow man mug came from?
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same guy who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from these clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter. But still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Let's move on. Disinfectant in the room, huh? Hey, you're right. The suitcase did turn yellow after I examined it. Because it's got Nosafed! Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. A regular shirt. Inter-isolary dress shirt. Why? Yeah. Yeah! It's a regular shirt! I'm approaching humanity! All right. Cindy, you got anything new?
Hello again, officer.
Nope. I've not talked to two old guys playing shot put. Oh, should we talk to Joyce? Why not? Run, motherfuckers.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Spoke with the lorryman of the roundabout.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
I spoke to Everett, by the way.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I'll admit I didn't like him as much as Joyce here.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt Verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be...
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
It would be.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
The cook makes to keep the strikers drunk. Helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Nah, you misunderstand. I turned the knob like this.
Beyond curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down. For the sake of our professional relationship. And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else?
Should I... I'll wait till Kim's gone.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Thank you. Mr. Everett is helping me find my lost gun, my lost gun, which I lost. You're right, Reckonom. There are children playing with it. She does not have new dialogue.
The woman inside. You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and
it's at the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You hear about the ICP, about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
You know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell. And the one before it was Downwen. I think they might be the same contractor.
Armor like this isn't mass-produced. It would have probably been fitted. Perhaps there's a record of who signed for this particular suit of armor.
Suit of armor like this would probably have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts in this case.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Thank you.
57.
In the cabin, you see...
Alright. I will talk to that lady about her husband, I suppose. Because you guys seem adamant that she has more to say. Is your husband missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
Are you sure she has new dialogue? Because... you guys seem completely full of shit. Okay, thanks.
The woman before you.
Somebody said I may not have talked to a lorry driver, so I'll check it out. I spoke to Tommy. He's good. I like Tommy. I spoke with the racist lorry driver. I spoke with the pale driver. I've not spoken to Silang in a bit.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching.
Let me see the soles of your fucking boots.
Been admiring the stompers, Hunt? Sure, I can demonstrate them.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern. The wind howls over the bay of Revachol, a cascade of cold air flowing through the tangled city streets.
Is that a map of Revachol?
It sure is.
Where'd you get boots like that?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
Why?
You'll see when the time comes, officer. True patriots carry Revachol in their very souls.
Go to fucking hell.
Technically, you're stomping on Revachol every step you take.
I know you people don't understand poetry.
Now you've been giving the runaround. Fess up, where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Silang didn't do anything.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
He's been expecting this. He's really puffed himself up.
And tell me why you smirking.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Actually, we do.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
I'm gonna cross my arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. multi-ethnic drug addicts.
I will say nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Oh, I love this. Kim's authority is like 20.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Fuck. Juice my physical, gang. Come on, juice it. Juice it. We're gonna half-life this motherfucker. Gonna half-light it. Come on, get that up to 50%. It's like gambling. It's gambling now. Wait, do I have half-light gloves? They're on me right now. Shit.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off?
Men
Yeah!
like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it, motherfucker?
Fuck you. I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Oh, these are good. I like these. I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life. You understand?
Fucking homo cop. Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly is the lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Thanks, dumb fuck. Yeah, his accent might be fake, which is kind of an incredible detail.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Speak of the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them.
I'm gonna try out the door.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
How the fuck are we gonna get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Good idea.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Alright, hold on a second.
This screen found A to Z. Pry bar
Fuck.
in hand. You take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now. Looks like the window might be shatterproof. you may have to rethink your approach.
This window might be shatterproof.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Oh, nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
Open it up.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Thanks, Perception. Alright, admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably Grenade number 5.
Let's study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Let's examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would somebody need that many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least. Perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Anything we can do with this?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What else we got?
The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat. And the oddly bulging seat cover.
Let's check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Looks like they've glued some sandpaper to the throttle to add some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
It would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right side boots. Oh.
Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
Like one of the footprints at the crime scene.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The Lady Hardy boy. The 8th Hardy here?
Looks like her, yes.
And she's the one running the drugs.
Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Probably the whole fucking union.
We should talk with Titus, see what he's got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console and a faint smell of perfume is in the air.
I would love to see a speedrun of this game and not basically what the minimum amount of tasks you could complete to finish the mystery. Because there's all these little pieces that I'm like, oh, I could have easily just not done this. I didn't even have to investigate the drugs. Let's pull out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Let's pick it up.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system.
The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Alright.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Posters, a radio, dust on the windows.
Let's take a look at the passenger seat.
Voila. A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
Let's fold open the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock. And this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881. High above the mass of brown and red roofs, that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does it go?
To Couron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey. Come here. Come here. Oh, you don't want to? Oh, okay. Zangief. Why don't you look at the people? Zangief. Why don't you look at the people? Show how pretty you are. Ah, he's stupid. Let's fold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. No storm will ever drown Revachol. The great solution to the riddle of history. Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital, now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own.
What does that sound?
The rattle of motor carriages and lorries driving through long-forgotten tunnels, lit by gaslights.
What's the third map?
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
Which I will then say.
So it would seem. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
So where's the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
I don't know what that means.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes. But really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
Who do you think's behind this, man?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect.
Ew. Zangief. You're covered in dog goo. Here, come on. Here, look. I'll wipe your mouth. There. There you go. What is it, buddy? Zangief, you can come sit here if you want.
Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it.
Alright, let's return it.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The stack of maps.
Close the door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Absolutely.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something the police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Guys, hold up a sec. This dog is asleep standing up. Zangief. You can all just see him starting the droop. Like, look at this. He's like leaning as hard as he can to the sideways and going to sleep. Oh, I love you. Why are you like that? Yeah, he's asleep. He's asleep. Yeah? What is it? What is it? Hey, what is it? You can tell me. What is it? What is it? What is it, buddy? Hey. You can just lie down. Oh, you hate it. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh. Come here. There you go. There you go. Oh. Oh, there you go. He's a sweet boy. All right. All right. Who's your fat boy? You know what? Let's just keep the other framing. Who's a good boy? Yeah. Who's my good? Oh, who's your fat boy? Who's a sweetie? Who's a sweetie pig dog? Okay. Back to the video game. I love this dog. He is a good dog.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation, Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
Oh, his burgers are hanging out. That's why we call them burgers. Oh no. Oh. Turns out it is connected to the Union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here.
Oh,
At
he's
best,
gonna go to
this
the
is an
floor.
angle we can use against them to other ends as extra ammunition.
What about the movie posters?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of ladies in there, especially for a lady driver cabin.
Yes, well...
Unimportant.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Onto the floor. And he dead now. He's slumped, so he's on his right side, but he's curled like this way, and his legs are out that way, but his head is the other way. And apparently that is his favorite. Oh no, he didn't fall off, he just kind of melted off, more like it.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later, when we are done here.
F is
we do not want to
appropriate.
get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
You worried about corruption, Kim?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Alright, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
We did it, everyone. Well, let's go talk to the Hardys, shall we? I'd like to see Titus shit his fucking pants when I confront him about this. Hey, Titus.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Wow. Guess what, dumbass? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
No, do the honor. You've earned it, Kim.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Yeah, that is a greater good. I have to admit, I have enjoyed buying my drugs from the government and getting high on state-sanctioned weeds.
Thank you. Theoretically, of course. Thank you. Theoretically.
He seems genuinely surprised at your response, in a good way.
Titus, I'm amazed. Where is the same professionalism when it comes to other topics? You're doing great. I hardly have to interfere at all.
I don't know, Lizzie. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. Now, was there anything else? I was sorta gonna get my brewski on.
It's 10:30 in the morning.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
Yeah, the 8th Hardy, the one who's missing. She runs it, right?
My answer is fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat, he left 2 sets of footprints.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Well, I'll talk to you about the hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
Well, there's no way I'd be able to do that.
About fucking time.
Guys, could you juice my sensitivity, please? This is a tough check. Sensitivity, purple. Psyche, whatever. Psyche, that, yeah.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops. Drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No. I'm a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help, dumb fuck.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Flavia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you want to have.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Oh, god damn it!
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax.
By the way, if you fail that authority check, you ask for Kim's gun and try to shoot yourself in the mouth. Oh yeah, I game overed like that in my original game. It was great.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
What was your relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all
right.
over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
All right, when did the rape take place?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again.
That's not a
so
time.
What does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, this is fucking
I need
useless.
another beer.
Here you go, boss.
So what's your relationship with her?
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
You guys said you partied. Cool, that's cool. But what did you mean?
What do you think I meant?
God, look at these pathetic fucking options. Laugh nervously. Sex, drugs, and karaoke, right?
Yes. Yes. And no. Got something to say about it?
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
Dick going away, got it.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
All right, thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
I'm gonna take off, thank you. All right. Art Cop. Art Cop time.
Actual art degree. Trite, contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliche and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of. Lip-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at. Talentless fuckfest, recidivistic shit peddler, pedantic, listless, savagely boring, just one repulsive laugh after another.
So, I got this in my first game, and it's great. Passives heal morale, or conceptualization passives. That's great. But the other thing is that I genuinely think that this might be the best debuff of all time. Like, I've never seen a better / funnier debuff in anything ever. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's just so shit! Now, I have too many capo types already. So since I have a bonus to conceptualization, I'm going to level up conceptualization.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and the fidgeting and the nearly shitting my pants?
Yes.
And the sort of quivering jello thing with my eye?
Yes.
I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I met her in the hallway right after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
I did not commit a rape on that woman.
What you're saying is, you raped her?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck.
What? No.
Then don't ever say that again. What else?
Why'd I say that? Because it was an option. She knows I don't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
I also tried to hit on her.
Understood.
She said I'm going to have to interrogate her later and it's going to suck.
It is. This would have been good to know before.
It didn't come up.
It should have. Anything else?
No.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
I love you, Kim. Alright, let's go talk to Katya. Or Kase? I forget her name.
The door is closed.
Knock.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
We could. Time for Snoop. Dirty clothes, a woman's. Hotel bill calculations. She's been here for a while. Yard below. Corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Let's look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels, or anything else interesting, it seems. It's clean of chemical odors too. Just some dried toothpaste on the handle.
Let's take a look at the medication.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Quite the collection in here.
Anything of note?
Let's search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
What's Nacra?
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Huh. Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna find my my electrochemistry gloves. And my electrochemistry pants. That should do it. We will now be sealing drugs.
This cabinet is stocked with drugs. A bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Okay. We're gonna switch back my clothes. Oh, the pants I was wearing was also electrochemistry. Didn't even matter. Interface. Back in. Get my logic shirt back on.
This medicine cabinet is... There it is. The orange sun wearing blister pack. You feel almost nostalgic. You dropped it, smack dab in the middle of the floor. There it is, orange as the midsummer evening sun, or the lieutenant's bomber jacket. Wow, that's unbelievably orange. Anyone can see that. It's practically effervescent.
We'll pick it up, but secretly.
The lieutenant tries to keep his eyes on the door, but the Preptide bottle sounds like a rattlesnake. It's basically a percussion instrument that you're stuffing into your pocket. Who cares, man? Who cares what the stiff thinks? You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now.
Oopsie. It's speed! Don't worry, it's not for me. It's for a child. I had electrochemistry gloves? No, half-light gloves. You know what? No, let's keep the interfacing gloves on. Alright. I'm well aware of the incoming boss fight, so let's do it. How aware? I've done it. It was the last thing I did.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Let's run our finger on it.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Smells cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. Gold coffee in an ashtray. Looks like a hedgehog. A handful of dried white wildflowers. Jamrock Shuffle will be the final thought that I unlock.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from a shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell. To another place. A third place. Much different from our world.
A third place? Interesting. That's probably why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop. He's kind of a big deal around here.
I'm sorry to say that I have shifted capo type since we last each other. I am a different cop now.
Wow.
Things are very far from wow, little miss. I am a changed man. A cop reborn to repent my shortcomings. I am Story Cop.
A penitent cop monk. What brings this changed man to me?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, Use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amondu.
Where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
What? How old are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm.
Jesus shit.
He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
You're a cop?
No, no. More stupid. Oranese lit.
Lit, huh?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What's it about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
No, how do you make money? Money is important. Here is some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
We take a look at your passport, please.
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
That's fairly extreme.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I mean, how do I know you've told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausier Mondu. It's a weird name.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
On the Insula Indian Isola.
Came to see the new world. It's a tourist thing.
What happened to the new old world?
It turned out to be a Zarath-infested third world slum.
Yeah, quite a collection of super drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
How'd you manage to impress the horde? Amass such a horde.
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star-sized caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
Collection included Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
Seem to have, among other things, some peptide.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically.
That's as far as that goes, then.
Very funky.
That window's new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Other questions?
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things.
Oh my God.
Which one do you mean?
That is a great dialogue option. That is a great dialogue option. Oh man, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about this shit. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
And what does that mean? Were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Uh-huh. Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
I see.
Warming them.
What did... This is... Don't touch this one. Don't say this. What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
What kind of party? Like the kind that I do.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this shit? I didn't know that was possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
Nothing about Titus's cover story makes sense. The cover story that the Union and the Hardy Boys are putting forth is that they lynched this man for being a sexual harasser and a rapist, only for the alleged victim to be like, nah, we just partied and fucked for 2 weeks.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about?
What does it tell me about the murder? That none of the Hardy shit, like, it's all cover-up. The gunshot's what matters.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Must have been hard for you to see him in the yard there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
That was you reporting the call.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why'd you do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The caller's voice had been disguised?
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's Scott's mystery phone cutter.
In the process, you actually fucked up the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
So unfortunately, I'd already done this segment, but this is the part where I start to realize that every single one of your skill checks is talking about how fucking based she is. Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
No, I see him as me.
She fishes a cigarette out of her pack and lights it, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
So why'd they hang him if not for the rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
No, they didn't. How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
How'd you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you guys party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Oh, which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could they have lynched him over jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too? They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Where were you when this happened?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
Thank you for telling this to us, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head back downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Add something else before we go. A little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Hit me with that psyche. Hit me with that psyche.
She looks back.
Damn it.
Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
Wait, what the fuck is happening?
Nothing. Just time passing. Don't worry. You are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Am I being beguiled?
She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible.
Ah!
The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
I need to talk to you about your room again.
Yeah? Alright.
I have a question about your personal room.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what you were doing before you blacked out.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions. Like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Let's talk more about the so-called assault.
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
All right,
How
thank you.
about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Thank you.
Why
We'll
not?
return to this later.
I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Think that'll make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where's this lead?
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
You think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Let's tap on the roof.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
See, main investigation on the door below are merging into a stereo investigation.
I hate it when that happens.
Let's push it.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
I'm not going to be able to kick that fucking thing down. Physical instrument. I mean, I have one shirt. I think that adds to my physical instrument. I think I'm wearing it. No, why not just ask her about the door? Why not?
I was just thinking.
You're not saying bottom left? What are you talking about, bottom left? Oh, the shirt that raises physical instrument. Yeah, sure enough.
The same small.
Fuck
heavy
it.
door. No lock. inside.
Yeah!
Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound,
Nice.
filling you with a belief in your own body.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
I thought it was an Ace of Slow moment, Ken.
I don't know about that.
Alright, let's see. Yeah! Eat shit, motherfuckers. Tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I can see into Klostch's bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What are those people doing there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural. They're sensationally unnatural.
Footprints.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Somebody's been here in the past week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer, it was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
What does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Alright, let's take a close look.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
Prints look like one person went back and forth.
Between that and that.
Doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
This doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Alright.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. Pinball machine's been fucked up. Speed a call and shivers versus empathy and hand-eye coordination. That's a good code. Schematics for a pinball machine. Futurism themed. Well, last one. The Jamrock Shuffle. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Small tape windows taped shut with black plastic. Can't see outside. Pinball is white Deora. Female figure in mourning. NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Okay.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
The door's connected to the one upstairs, but how do we get through?
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88. This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
Looks like the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
Elevator was last maintained in the 88. It was maintained a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
So it's mostly pinball machines riding this.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
Let's look at the controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
All right, let's do it. They clearly wanted me to go through the bottom door first. Because they're talking... Oh.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
But it actually works out because in order to, like, if you come in through the top, you have to go back up this way. Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was the East Delta Pinball Arcade. That's all that's left over from it.
Ah, yes. As the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Oh my god, the Whirling in Rags really is part of the Doom commercial area!
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see
Oh,
what
it
the
would be.
cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
I will help Guard out by scaring him.
I was just thinking, what a night.
Wait, can I not talk to her about the people? Peephole?
I was just thinking.
Talk
what
to
a
you about
nice
your
day.
room.
Yeah.
That door, did you know it leads downstairs to an elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
It's a peephole on the other side looking into your fucking bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
It could be connected.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it's recent, who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
There are some tracks on the floor. They were recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
It's also an old pinball workshop. It used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
And that's all for now.
Mm-hmm.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed. Forehead furrowed.
Other questions for you.
All right.
Let's go fuck with the Hardy Boys. Then we can make some Hardy noise. Oh, and Gart too, you're right. First, I want to check out that window.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass. Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
What does that do? Oh well. Key for the door. Ah. Hey, Gart.
Can I help you?
Gart, I saw something at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Gart, what if I told you I got behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you going to ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
And if you're thinking of selling those pinball machines, I want a fat cut. C-suite shit. I'm a disruptor.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm not planning to sell them. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
Guard, I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the whirling is in fact part of the doomed commercial area.
What? why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
It's adjacent. There's also the pinball workshop. So it hasn't always been a hostel.
Obviously it hasn't. Look at the pre-revolutionary tile work. This is an old, proud building. So what if there was a little pinball hall here before? For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the whirling, don't you?
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way. Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Ah, you made it!
Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion.
Gart, who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
Who named it the Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
Song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateneers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
What about the other cafeterias, man?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the whirling.
Well, I mean, good luck to you with that shit, then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help. So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
There's a peephole in your fucking wall, Gart.
What wall?
Upstairs in the back room, right next to Klostya's. Found it when I found the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
Alright, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
Ooh, you guys really want me to snitch on her. Klostya, she fucked up your phone line.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
I mean, you have Lena. Lena's a good customer.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she?
What? Did someone mention my name?
We were just paying you a compliment. And finding out a degenerate from room 3 nicked the phone line. Everything is okay here. Good thing that guest pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Yes?
Alright, that's it. Goodbye. Hey, Hardy, motherfuckers.
It's you again. What is it?
Claus just says she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Okay.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Crazy, what are you talking about? She was very lucid.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am
Don't you dare hit Kim.
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
Ooh.
The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet, too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
I should be at work, LOL, says Pat never addresses the chat. Oh, I'm certainly sorry.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
What's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the Door Gunner Mega Mix. You'll know why.
Now that is intriguing. You had me at Door Gunner.
Where'd you get the tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
Actually, there are numerous degrees you can get in signals intelligence.
Yeah, like you have one. Smart ass.
So you bugged him? How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing the advanced radio work?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
We're gonna listen to this.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
All right.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
All right, that's enough for now. I'll get back to you
Don't forget
later.
your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
I'll take the fucking tape.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Taking off for now. Bitch.
You stare at the great Door Gunner Megamix. If only you had a boombox, you would be able to play Titus's tape. The tape feels ominous. Upon it, the dead speak. Respect the tape.
I know where I can get a boombox. Pawn shop's got one. I can probably use it. I will not talk to those old guys. They rant and rave about history for like 10 hours. That will be a later stream.
boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Can I play a tape on one of those boom boxes real quick?
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't now.
Can I get a police discount on that boombox?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Door Gunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental.
Dude, I'm not just doing any police work. I've got the Door Gunner fucking Megamix here. Era-defining work. That's 4 real.
4 real is offensively low, but just this once. For the music, concrete, cop.
Thanks for the discount, man. Here's the money for the boombox.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Tools. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Somebody said I want to talk to those old guys today. Do they leave? Yeah? Okay. Well, there is one thing I want to do, which is one of the only pieces of advice I ever got, which is go down south and set up a room. Is that coming off of me? Oh, that's terrible.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be.
Let's pull it.
The water lock starts moving.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Isn't there... There's apparently a shack I can sleep in that I want to sleep in. How's the electricity? Does anybody know where that is? Like, I literally want to go there, set it up, and then leave. The top right of this area? Middle left, top left. Got it. Follow the coast. Excellent. Breaker box to power the radio pylon. Maybe there's something inside. Decades old concrete defenses. Children play them now. Money. Oh god, that's my fucking car, isn't it? God damn it! Bottle drained of all its booze, frozen to the ice. Alright, let's...
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. cigarettes, and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up, don't you mean the scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Looks like a lot of folks partied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Kim, looks like we've got a bunch of partygoers here.
Looks like it.
Looks like they had a great time laughing.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
Alright. Just going to find a shack. Footprints lead away from the snow. The other side of the boat has recently tarred. Is that the shack? No. Fisherman's shacks. Talk to the old lady. This old lady here? No, keep left. This old lady.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
You can't see. How'd you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come.
I will lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
Fuck you, Necktie. What he said. We're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of the trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I've been here before.
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of ill omen are you talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
If I'm considered an ill omen, why has no one told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
But why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
There's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
Why isn't everyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
So I can just have it?
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
Okay, communist, capitalist, racist, liberal? It would help me stay in touch with the proletariat.
You best not be plotting another revolution under my roof. We barely got
Moralist,
through the
I
last
see.
one. But the room, do you want it?
You got yourself a tenant.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room. Should he? This environment encourages one thing, and one thing only. Drinking.
Finally, you have those lamos of Martinez off your back, Bratan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks.
Oh! What's in this village anyway?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Man, that's a really good thought. This place is pornographically poor.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
Riddles. Fits with the general ambiance here.
Aye. Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing.
I'm pretty lost too.
Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days.
I think I'm in the process of finding myself again.
Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you to find your
There's
way,
got to be
officer?
something here, right?
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, and overgrown.
Thanks, Viper. The pox, what's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Who else lives here?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Who? What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
All right, let's hit another topic.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The ecclesiastics?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
I get the feeling that you're leaving something else out. What's going on?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. Huh. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the nights.
What?
And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
What?
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time.
What else is down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then? Apartments to the electrical plant.
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who'd want to come to this fish market?
No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
By the way, guys, one of the reasons that I'm having a little less chat interaction is that every time I look over, I see people arguing about whether or not they should shut the fuck up or get excited for things literally 5 seconds before I see them. Such as, Pat, you gotta get to the church. Save scum if you have to. Shut up. There's gotta be more than that along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Hold on 1 second.
The Jamrock Shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
The Cocaine Skull? Holy shit.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Tell me about yourself. Who are you?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Call me Harry.
Why, I guess I will, Harry. Aye, it just rolls off the tongue. I used to know a Harry. Strong lad, but dumb as a rock.
What happened to him?
He did too many narcotics. So many, he fell off his boat and split his skull on a buoy. Folks who saw it say his head cracked open like a melon. Nasty, nasty.
Well, I'm off. Thanks, lady. Street sign is illegible beneath the graffito. Hard to see the details. Warm and welcoming, though. Flower where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. Primer for small kids. Eevee. This is nice! Industrial coal pellets. Burn with an orange glow. Ruffled grouse taxidermy, huh? This isn't the place. This is something else. Oh. So I just stole somebody's bird? Shit. Is it this? It's probably this. Should I talk to her about the bird I stole?
Our cannon.
Zangief, calm down.
The door has seen better days. The layer
Zangief.
of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Unlock the shack door.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
There's a child in that house? Really? Oh my goodness. See the waves, see a church. Old science fiction. Books about birdwatching. Almanac from 39. Intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out a pleasant warmth. Footsteps creak under your step.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Let's listen.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat
Zangief.
over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to actually call it here. We'll use that old save game because baby is crying quite strongly, and I have about 5 minutes to get him outside. So we're gonna do a real save here. Also, I am just now realizing that that church in the dead center of the screen is the map of the game. And in fact, the layout of the area is what I'm looking at here. In fact, that's where Joyce has her boat. That's Jamrock in the background. That's the harbor. All right. I'll be right back, and then we'll thank the peepo. But first, doggy need to go pee-pee. Zangief, if you want to go pee?
go.
Reload.
Let's go.
Hey, I'm back. So next time we do disco, I'll actually ignore the shack. Only go to it once I am ready for bed. And basically try and finish off everything I can in the north before going south. Think of the peepo. Man, taking the dog out, man, it was like turning on a hose. It was like, you know, like, wow. No wonder he was being annoyed. Tim Bob suffered 2. Thanks, Tim Bob. Yakumo Yomi suffered 14. Attention, Bajoran workers. Sure, me got that cake. But never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo. So I posted, like, I am now interested in KOF 15 on the Shermie trailer, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, because big ass. Like, no. Shermie's a grappler. KOF likes to have lady grapplers. Like, Blue Mary and Shermie. Putnam Puppeteer suffer 2. Second month. Don't know what to say. Whoop, wah whoop, whoopity whoop. That's good. That's good. Sawgrass up for 10. This is game of the year every year. Maybe. Biohunter suffer 20. Toxin Justin gifted us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 subs. Thanks, Toxin. Arius subbed for 34. Thanks, Arius. I should be at work. LOL subbed. Thank you. Lucky Pineapple kicked in 6 months. Yo, Pat, just rewatched that old clip of Wooly getting his Game Boy Color back. I can't believe Seth killed that guy. Game Boy sucked. And NAF Runs kicked in 6 months. Just hope everyone's had a good Saturday. I fucking killed my therapy session this morning. Feels good to have little victories. Good for you, man. Good for you. All right. And with that said and done, my neighbor's house was not on fire. He is a trucker, and it was his rig that was on fire. Their house and mine is fine, but their livelihood is fucked. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Okay, well that sucks, but good job on your house is not burning down. That's always a nice victory. All right, let's kick y'all over to... Oh, Joel's playing some haunted PS1 demo discs. Fuck it. Go say hi to Joel for me. Y'all have a good night. I'm out of here. I'll see you Monday on the podcast. Next week probably won't have Fortnite. It'll be just disco and some other bullshit. All right? Y'all have a good night. Wait, hold on. I gotta find the right button. Okay. Bye. Shut the fuck up, Velma.